Okay, the next build I'll show you is the Hammer Greatsword build. This build is only better to use than the Greatsword and Sword Focus build if you're doing more challenging content or your group is really bad. The protection Hammer has helps carry you through harder fights. I really only recommend this in Fractals or maybe a Raw. As for your hammer, you'll take the same two sigils, Knight and Force. These are general sigils for any class, really on any weapon, because most dungeons are Knight, and these are really good damage modifiers. For traits, much different than the Greatsword and Sword Focus builds. You'll only take 3 points in Zeal, doing 10% more damage to burning foes using the same trait we had on the Greatsword and Sword Focus build. In Radiance, you go 5 points, taking Blind Exposure again, and Radiant Fire this time. This increases the uptime on your burning. There's really no other trait good for this build here, so we take that. Makes your burns last longer, doing more damage with them. Next, we'll go 4 points into Honor. You get Vigor when you deliver a critical hit. You should be critting a lot with this build, especially if your group is good at giving you Fury, or if there's Warrior and Ranger with Spotter and Banner of Discipline. Vigor lets you dodge more, which makes you take less damage. It's just really good. Next, you'll take Superior Aria. Reduces the recharge on shouts. We pretty much always have Retreat. Lowering its cooldown is helpful. Selfless Daring. When you dodge, you heal for a small amount. Not great, but if you're dodging, it's nice to have since we get it. And next you have Writ of Persistence. Your symbols last longer. This lets the symbol on your hammer auto attack stay up permanently, applying permanent protection. Also applying more vulnerability stacks. It's probably the defining trait of the hammer build. Without it, it's not so good. Lastly, Virtues, taking Unscathed Contender or Master of Consecrations depending on what you need for each fight. Using this build, you'll start in Greatsword. Using your skills, like I said, leading with a blind to help protect your allies, using the other skills. Keep binding, don't activate Binding Blade after it hits foes, let the damage tick. And then you'll switch to Hammer using Mighty Blow on cooldown and auto attacking. The other skills aren't really useful. Ring of Warding can be good when running through trash mobs.